Yes. Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, my name is Pamela, and we're here at the Core at La Cantata partnership with TMC and the Jewish Community Center. Sorry, let me just adjust my nose. There we go. Alrighty. So I'll try to be as clear as possible with the masks. But if for some reason you can't hear me, chime in on the chat. And I was saying before class started, if your feet aren't firmly rooted to the ground, get a blanket or a towel, or even better yet, yoga blocks, place them underneath your feet to ground your body and to get you set for class today. So welcome again, everybody. And we'll just come away from the back of the chair a little bit. So we're engaging all the muscles of our core, starting to feel the quadriceps even a little bit. Chin in, head over heart, heart over belly, getting yourself nice and aligned, ready to practice being in our body, being in this space together. Palms down or palms up. I've mentioned this before. Palms up gives the body a little bit more energy, right? If you're feeling pretty sluggish and you just kind of rolled out of bed and into your chair, you might want to turn your palms up. If you've been pretty active already this morning and have had a lot of tea, like I have, you might want to calm down a little bit. Palms down. Wherever you are, take a big healthy breath in through the nose, open the mouth, and big letting go breath out. One more time, big inhale through the nose, fill the belly, fill the lungs, fill the chest, open the jaw. And we might pause here, close down the eyes a little bit. You could have them partially open, looking down the tip of the nose or rolling up towards that third eye. Yeah. Together, we'll just let percolate, right? Just kind of think, right? For what are we feeling grateful for today? What are you feeling especially joyous about, grateful for? What's making you feel arrived in this moment, right? For me today, I'm really grateful for the opportunity to work. Yes, work, the dreaded four-letter word. Things are starting to evolve and change a little bit. And for me, my work life, my abundance as far as that goes has picked up quite a bit. And today is a very busy day, but busy in the positive sense for me, right? I'm very grateful to have the opportunity to share what I've been taught and to be able to work. So for what are you feeling joyous, abundant, grateful for today? I'm just going to breathe with that for a few moments. Really let that kind of percolate, infuse, get into every cell of your body, right? Feeling that metta, that love, that joy. When we're in gratitude, we get the benefit of oxytocin and endorphin, dopamine, right? All feel-good hormones to set ourselves up to have a really positive experience. And without us even knowing, right, we're sending that vibration out to whomever we are interacting, with whom we are interacting. And we start to mirror, project that energy, and the world receives us in this place of positivity and ease, gratitude. It's a really powerful practice. So a few more breaths, just breathing in that sensation for what you feel, especially grateful or joyous about. 2 more breaths. In honoring our mind-body connection, can we keep that sensation with us throughout our practice and keep reminding ourselves, keep pulling ourselves back on an energetic and a cellular level, that feeling of gratitude and joy, right? And infuse it into our movement and into our breath. I'm going to move forward even just a little bit more, really ground my feet, ground my sitting bones, open the eyes if you haven't already, pull that navel space back, lift your heart, feel that joy, lift your heart to float the arms up, up, up. Maybe palms touch, maybe they don't, depending on your shoulder flexibility today. Drop those shoulders away from the ears. And if the palms do meet, right, I'm going to bring my arms down just so you can see, because I think I'm cut off a little bit. But stay here, arms overhead. If your palms do touch, interlace all your fingers together, cross your thumbs over, and your index fingers go to the sky. I might not be cut off, but I'm not sure. Yeah. Pull that navel space back. This gesture, yeah, and I can see that. This gesture is called Uttara Bodhi Mudra. Uttara Bodhi Mudra. Mudra is a gesture, yoga, energetic seal for the hands. Uttara Bodhi Mudra of our highest self. Right? So bring that gratitude, bring that highest joy all the way up from your feet, up that spine to the crown of the head. If your hands can't connect, it's okay. Just kind of spin the pinkies in, energetically lift that sensation out through the fingertips, and lift the ribs a little bit more away from the waistline, drop the shoulders away from the ears, start to move your left hips to the left, arc yourself over to the right, and then release, release, release that right hand, reach for the side of the chair. Take a little deeper stretch to the right if you can, and roll that right rib cage forward. Maybe gaze at your left elbow or underarm, head slightly back. Inhale. Now exhale, lift the ribs, lift the chest. We're going to take our chest over, belly button over towards the right thigh. Let that left hand come down. Place both hands on your thigh. Try to keep your knees pointing forward, even though our rib cage, our belly is twisting to the right. And then softly, slowly hinge from the hip and start to drape your ribs over your right thigh. You might stop here. You might bring those hands down to the ground. Notice your left sitting bone. If your left hip is hiking off the chair, I want you to back it up a little bit, right? Really ground down. Press that right knee into the outside of your right arm. Don't overthink it. It's just a fold over to the right. Good. Slowly use that breath. Inhale, exhale. Come on out. Belly, ribs, eyes, center. Lift the ribs, lift the heart to float those arms up, up, up. Big breath in. Spin the pinkies in, drop the shoulders away from the ears. Stay here or press palms together. Uttara Bodhi Mudra. Fold those fingers as we did before. Index fingers to the sky. Thumbs are crossed. Now I want you to change the cross of your thumbs. There you go. Because we always default, right? We always slide into habit. Dominant hand usually on top. Good. Lift up to push the hips slightly to the right. Side bend gently to the left. Roll the left rib cage forward. Maybe look up. Slowly, if you can, float that left arm down. Grab hold of the front leg of your chair. Keep rotating as best you can. Relax the shoulders. For what am I feeling joyous, grateful for today? Infuse your breath with that feeling. Reaching to wherever you can, side bending, lateral flexion for the spine. Lift the heart and then start to rotate belly, ribs over to the left, knees facing forward. Kind of curtsy that arm down, a little formal bow down. You can stay up high, or you can start to hinge from your hip. Find that forward fold. You can hold onto the chair or both hands can come down. Notice your connection of your sitting bones, right? If you're lifting off, please back it up, be safe. Push leg into hand, hand into, or excuse me, arm, leg into arm, arm into leg. Just to stabilize, right? Roll the shoulders back, big sigh of the breath out. Letting go, releasing breath. Good. Ground through your feet, pull that belly button back slowly, come on up, belly, ribs, eyes to the center. Big inhale. Arms overhead, relax those shoulders, hinge from the hip. This time we're going to fold forward. You could, again, stop halfway, elbows on your thighs, or drape all the way down. Uttanasana, forward fold. So be sure the crown of your head is toward the floor. Maybe give a little nod, no. You want that neck nice and neutral. Pull that belly button towards the spine. Hands on the floor or hands on your shins, half a forward fold, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. One more time, half a forward fold. Good. And slowly round. I want you to round that upper back, big cat stretch, round yourself all the way up to seated. Pause, pause, pause. Reach those hands back for the chair, legs behind you. Roll those shoulders back and down. Give that navel space a big squeeze. So when I say navel space, right, I remember that I'm talking about just below your belly button and at your pubic bone. So this whole kind of sacral region of the body, we want to pull that space back, our center of balance. Pull that back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, drop them down, lift the heart, find that back bend. Right? Drop the hands down to where you feel comfortable. Chin slightly in, right? Really proud chest, shine that gratitude, shine that joy, put a little smile on your face. Like a cobra pose or an upward facing dog. Big, big back bend, extension for the spine. One more breath here. And then we're going to just slowly pull that navel space back again, round the upper back, and then kind of keep the shoulders down away from the ears. The hands might slide down your chair a little bit. We're just going to round. You stay here. I'm going to turn just so you can see where I am. Little cat's cow, right? Roundness, and then lift the chest. You might take off the sweatshirt so you can see. I don't know if it's creating a little bit of a visual distraction. We'll see. Lift the heart, right? So just seated cat-cow. That's all we got going on here. If you wanted a little more, right? So I always like to show different options here. If you wanted more, you could release from the chair, take the hands away from the chair, take your arms into cactus shape arms, drop your shoulder blades down, lift the heart, find that extension, and then push the upper back away, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, cave in, cat stretch, elbows touch. Inhale. So we're going to do 3 more. Hands on chair or hands in cactus shape. You choose. Big exhale. Shoulders away from the ears. So take your time. Keep going. It may or may not help out. One more wherever you are. Woohoo, good stuff. So everyone's going to take the hands away from the chair and come into that beautiful cactus shape arms, right? Robot or goalpost arms. And fingers together, thumbs in, and just kind of press the palms down, right? Like flat on a table. And then isolating the shoulders, palms will come forward, and then one more time down. Yeah, we're going to stay here. Now this time you're going to take all of your, you're going to make like little puppet shape hands, right? Little bird beak, right? If you take any Tai Chi or little birds, little swan hands, you recognize this shape. So all the fingers are together, touching the tips of your thumb. And we're just gonna, like a little Egyptian, right? Think hieroglyphics. You're gonna turn those fingers out. All right, now we're gonna take a little brain gym. Right fingers out, left fingers in. Turn your head to the left. And if you're feeling lonely, you can take your left hand and talk to yourself. Hello, how are you this morning? Turn your left hand out. Yeah, I know, too much caffeine. Turn your right hand in. They're laughing at me here in the studio too. It's okay. You can giggle. Joy is good. Turn your head to the right. Talk to the other hand. Relax the shoulders. Center. Now both hands out. Both hands in. Both hands out. Both hands in. And now look up. Take those little beaks to the ceiling. And then all the way down. Why are we doing this? Are you asking? You feel it, right? Starting to feel all that energy, all that kind of gripping in the shoulders. We're nerve gliding for the wrists. And we're just strengthening the upper back muscles. They just kind of roll around. And just because we're in a chair doesn't mean we can't build some muscle, right? Roll the other way. Woo, float it down. Oh my gosh, roll the shoulders, show a little love. I know, I'm feeling it too. So here's what we're gonna do to show a little love. One more roll, and then you're gonna take your hands, cross your hands at your shoulders, the hair out of the way. Give a little massage, roll, rub your shoulders, your neck, get to the side behind your ears, really get in there, dig deep, and then take those little beaks again and really press into the SCM, that muscle on the side of your neck, and then it attaches at the shoulders there. You feel it, yeah. And then we're gonna uncross and just take little cupped hands and just kind of cup across the upper chest. Oh. And then those little beaks right into the sternum, little tap, 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 tap. And then right at the collarbones, tap, 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 tap. Come back to the center. And then just kind of paw, like little kitty cat paw at your neck, and the side of your neck, and then down the arms. So just kind of show yourself a little bit of love. Awesome. We are going to hold some postures and continue to work the upper body. So that was a nice little warm up for us. Yeah. Take a big inhale, lift the heart, float the arms up. Find your fold, hinge from the hip. Halfway, you can stop at your thighs or come all the way down, forward fold, Uttanasana. Half a forward fold, lift the heart, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. One more time, big arms out to the side, straight, strong spine, rise, rise, rise. Arms up if you can, belly button first to the right, rib cage to the right, eyes to the right. Open those arms out, straight out, maybe left arm level with your shoulder, right arm out behind you. Or if this is too intense, you can level down a little bit, bring your left hand to the outside of your right knee and hold on to the back of your chair. With your right hand, I'm going to turn so you can see what's going on. So we're either arms out like a T, or we're holding on, or even just behind your back, right, if you need even less. So lots of options. Big twist. Yeah. And then I'm going to invite you to bring your right knee up. Yes. And then grab hold of your right shin somewhere, right leg somewhere. So I've got my hand crossed because I can. If you can't, just grab hold underneath your calf. And then we'll evolve this as well. So we're staying twisted. I'm going to start to straighten or bend my knee a little deeper so I can hold onto my foot if possible. You don't have to. Right? And then extend the leg. Keep a bend in the knee if you need to. Again, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. So option, knee bent and you're still holding onto the calf somewhere and crossed or just underneath, or possibly at the foot, possibly your leg is straight. Keep moving that belly button, that rib cage, and big full extension here. Wherever you are, straight leg, bent leg, doesn't matter, it's all great. Can you bring that right leg closer towards the belly button, closer to the left? Sigh the breath out, right? So come back to that joy, right? For what are we feeling grateful? And infuse your posture with that feeling, right? Keep it friendly. One more big breath here. So not only are we getting the benefit of our twist, we're stretching through the IT band, right? Beautiful stretch for that leg. I'm going to come back to center. Bend the knee, bend the knee, bend the knee. Hug that knee into and around. So I'm going to really pull the knee around the rib cage. So I'm kind of trying to bypass the belly and the chest a little bit. I'm going to hold at my shin. If you have any projects in your knee, right, any pain in the knee, I want you to hold at your hamstring. That's important, right? So if you are healing in the knee at all, hold the hamstring, but really give it a squeeze. We want to press into that liver, lift the heart, and exhale, drop the shoulders round, exhale. So we know this as a Vayu Asana, right? Wind relieving pose. Massaging the liver and the organs of digestion, our ascending colon. Give it a little, one more big breath. Lift the eyes, lift the heart. Yeah, drop that leg and just pause. Maybe close down the eyes, put that smile back on the face. Right? I shared my gratitude with you. Say yours out loud. Share it with the cat. Share it with the dog. Share it with whomever is in your space. Share it with the universe. Right? Say it out loud. Good, good. Inhale. Lift the heart away from the body up toward the sky. Hinge from the hip. Half a forward fold if you want. All the way fold. Look to your knees. Inhale. Half a forward fold. Exhale. Fold. Arms out to the side. Tight core. Rise, rise, rise. Move that belly, rib, eyes to the left. Yes, let those hands float down. Right arm to the outside of your left knee. Hold the back of the chair or wrap that left hand behind your back. And you grow up nice and tall on your spine. Chin parallel to the floor. Right? We don't want the chin popping forward or rounding down. Remember your option. You could have those arms straight out to a T. Bring the shoulder blades together wherever you are and down. Yes? Stay here. Or if you want, bring that left knee up 90 degrees. Hold it, use a little bit of balance, right? Encouraging the muscles of the core. Even though we're in a chair and opposite foot's on the ground, still benefit of balance here. One more big breath. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And then hold, if you can, hamstring, calf, wherever on your leg. See if you can extend a little bit. Keep a bend in the knee. Some of you might reach for the outside arch of your foot. Push foot into hand, hand in the foot. Side breath out to get a little more out of your posture. Drag that left leg a little closer to your belly button. I'm going to drop my left arm here. I'm feeling a little shoulder tenderness. I had a bit of a stronger workout yesterday, upper body. So I'm feeling it. This is enough. So ask yourself the same. And am I doing too much or am I doing too little? Find that Goldilocks sensation. Give yourself a little smile. One more big breath. Unwind, hug that knee. Again, holding at the hamstring if you've got any knee projects on this side. Otherwise, interlace those fingers around the shin. Drag that left knee around the left rib cage. Try to bypass as much of the center body as possible. Squeeze it in. Getting into the spleen and the descending colon here. Drop the shoulders. Exhale, push the upper back away. Round, round, round. Shoulders want to hike up. Great. Try not to let them hike up. One more big breath. And eyes forward. Slowly release. Take your hands on either side of the chair and sit back just a little bit. I'm not going to lean all the way back. I'm still holding on to the core. I'm going to step my feet out really wide. Turn the toes out. Take those fingertips to the temple, and we're going to lift the ribs right away from the waistline. You can do that. Lift them up energetically or even just a little bit physically. Right, drop the shoulders away. And again, we're going to side bend to the right. Woo. Nice. Can you bring that right arm down so your joints are stacked, right? Shoulder, elbow, wrist. Turn the left toes in. Maybe lift that left arm up. Start to heel toe that left foot out to a little bit straighter. And I know it's going to be a little tough because I moved us back, but the purpose of moving us back was to open up the hips. Maybe you feel it. I don't even have to tell you, right? And then the adductors, the inner thighs. If your shoulders are feeling sticky today, keep that left hand behind the back. What we're going for is not only openness in the hips, but openness in the chest and the upper body. So we're in this kind of wide, funky, extended side angle, right? Relax the shoulder. And then slowly bring that left arm to level of your shoulder. Palm is up, right arm up, and look down your right arm. I know, crazy. If this is too much in your hip, and I know for a fact a couple of you are recovering or have healed from some hip replacement. So if this is too much, no problem. Bring that left foot in a little bit and come up closer towards the edge of your chair. Right? And then maybe try to extend that leg again. So a little more of a proper warrior two in the chair. Again, the purpose of having us back a little bit was to just get a deeper stretch. But if it's too much, listen to your body. Eyes forward, hands down. Woof. Bring that left leg in back to your wide stance, your horse stance or half goddess stance here. Right? And we'll bring those fingers back up to the temple. Lift the ribs away from the waistline, shoulder blades down, side bend, side bend, side bend. Take that left rib cage slightly forward, chin in. And let that left arm just float down. Let gravity take it. And maybe even pendulum a little bit. Have some fun with that. Stacking shoulder, elbow, wrist. Open yourself up. And start to turn the right foot out. So you can stay here in a really supported, wide, extended side angle. Or if you wanted to challenge, right, you could stretch that right foot out a little more. Right arm can go to the sky or not. It can stay behind your back. And just kind of play with your shape, right? You know how you feel, but try to keep it aligned. So chin is in, hopefully you can see yourself in your computer, and you want to look for this straight line from toe, hip to head, right? So we don't want the head out of alignment, forward, back, down from your spine. Relax the shoulders, squeeze them together. Wherever you can take this. Ooh. Use breath. Come on up a little higher. Right palm up. Extend that arm out from the shoulder. Lift the left arm up. Reach for opposite sides of the room. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. You choose wide legs, narrow legs. Maybe sit back a little bit more or sit up closer. Whatever your body can handle. Look down your left arm. Wow, that's a big stretch. And if you're seated back a little bit, I'm finding it very useful for me this morning. But again, maybe tomorrow I wouldn't. So you ask yourself what you need. One more big breath here. Big stretch. Good. Turn those toes in. Hold on to the chair. If you're way back, come up just a little bit closer. Wide stance again. Right, fingers to the temple again. Lift the rib cage away from the waistline. And this time we're going to twist. Belly, ribs, eyes. Twist to the right. Yeah, bring that left hand back to the outside of your right knee. Try not to let the left knee spill in. So a little more intense. Right? We prepared the body for this. Slowly, slowly start to unwind, come back to center, fingers to the temple, reset. Twist belly, ribs, eyes. Bring that right hand to the outside. Try not to let the right leg spill in. Keep pushing away. Move the ribs to the left. Belly, ribs, eyes. Heel toe those feet about hip width apart. Hands will hover or actually hold onto the chair. We're going to challenge our strength and our balance. I think we might have done this last week. We're just going to lift and lower out of the chair. We're just going to hover over the chair. But I want us to really ground down in the feet first. Maybe have the feet farther away a little bit, ankles underneath the knees, right? Really grounding into your heels. Pull that navel space back. Again, you can kind of hold onto the chair for balance or hover. I'm going to turn to the side again, just so you can see. And you're just going to lift, hold, 1, 2, and lower down, 1, 2. Inhale, exhale, 1, 2. Inhale, exhale, down, 1, 2. Quads starting to feel it already. And challenge yourself. Maybe your hands come away from the chair and just kind of reaching behind you. Or if you want, hands out like little zombie arms. All right, so try not to come crashing down, right? Resist gravity, building muscle, making sure that the weight is in your heels, please, and keeping it behind your knees. Keep it friendly. So lots of options, right? Hands down. You don't have to go very high. Hands behind or in front. Slow, slow, slow. Can we do 3 more? Keep the weight in the heels. Good. Now this one, I want us to hold. I want you to imagine that I'm grabbing your wrists if your arms are forward. I want you to just little partner chair pose, yeah? Hold on to a partner. Smile. 1 more big breath. Rise, 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 rise. Oof. Yeah. All right. Give it a little shake. And we're going to work on our balance just a little bit. So be safe here. Stay close to your chair in case you need to hold on. And you can always put your heels down. Those are 2 ways to help you with your balance here. We're going to come into palm tree pose, and we're going to walk around the chair a little bit. So stay close to the chair to hold on, 1, or put your heels down, 2. So here's what it looks like. I'm coming up on my tippy toes. Yep. Ooh. And then the arms are going to come up wide, and my fingers are splayed out to the side. And I'm just going to try to stay on my tippy toes and kind of rock a little side to side. So you can, getting close to the camera so you can see that. So that little rocking side to side. I think you have to touch down, and just kind of walk around. You don't have to go so far away from your chair, right? Keep it safe. Walk around your chair. If you have space behind your chair, circle around your chair. And then I want you to go the other way. Pattern interruption, right? Turn around. If you can't go behind your chair, then just turn in a little circle. Try to keep the heels off the ground. So what was that little phrase I just said? Pattern interruption. Try to incorporate that throughout your day, right? When you do things with habit, with routine, we're just kind of falling into just that habit, right? You want to shake up the brain, right? Fire some neurons. Keep that brain healthy, right? Do something different. Drive to a familiar place, a different route. If you have a designated dishwasher at your house, stand on 1 foot while you're washing and then change, right? Even when you're brushing your teeth, stand on 1 foot. So come on down if you haven't already. And we're going to come into from palm tree pose to regular tree pose. So again, you can be close to your chair if you'd like. So I want you to spread whichever leg you want to start as your base, your standing leg. You just spread the toes a little bit, push strongly into the big toe mound, pinky toe mound, inner outer spiral of that heel, and then just start with an open hip. So this was the other purpose, right, of all of that open hip work in our warrior two. So you can stay low, toes on the ground. You could below your knee or above your knee. You can hold on to your chair. Just, I want you to check that you haven't pushed into your left or your standing hip, right? So we don't want to put it in park, is how I always refer to it. Squeeze that inner thigh towards your foot. Doesn't matter where your foot is. You want to push that standing leg into the bent leg and come into your center of balance. So if you can, once or twice, take the hands away and you're going to just touch your fingertips together and make kind of like a little spherical shape, little sphere, and see if you can challenge your balance by looking through that sphere. So again, if you are feeling a little uncomfortable, you could, and you want to try the hand shape, you could bring yourself to your knee and is supported somehow in your chair, leaning slightly against. And then I'm going to challenge us a little bit further if you're ready for it, and only if you are ready for it. Start to bring that gesture. This is a mudra as well, called hakini. H as in help, A apple, K kid, I, N is in Nancy, I, Hakini mudra. It's a great mudra for concentration, for self-empowerment. There's an affirmation that goes with it that typically we say, I am in control of my mind and my body. And so we're just going to lift it up, and we're going to let our gaze stay in between that little circle. I am in control of my mind and my body. And then maybe it goes up higher. This is very challenging, right? Bringing your eyes up to the sky is really going to mess with your balance. So just keep it friendly, keep it safe. You take it wherever you can. I am in control of my mind and my body. Slowly float the arms down. Try not to come crashing out of your pose, right? Ooh, that standing leg is probably feeling it. Give it a little shake, give it a little hip roll in and out, maybe a little extension or a little sweep. Yeah, whatever feels good to you. And then we're gonna have some fun comparing the two sides. But before we do, back up to palm tree, right? Lift those heels off the ground, arms out, and rock a little side to side. Yeah, and when you're ready, we'll come on down, find the opposite leg, spread those toes, right? Engage, open up the hip. And already here, try not to hang out. Pull everything into the midline, draw up and inward. And then take that shape wherever it feels safe for you. If you fall out of your posture, no problem. Just come back, right? Keep it friendly. Smile and use your breath. Another helpful tip in our balanced postures is to look down the tip of your nose onto the floor, right? Direct line down the tip of your nose out in front of you. That's very helpful. Press in, draw up, right? Can you infuse your shape with that sense of joy and gratitude? What am I grateful today? All righty, here we are. Bring those hands into Hakini Mudra. Fingertips touch really lightly, creating that little circle, that little sphere. And then just notice if this side is more or less wobbly, and just invite it in. All good. You're welcome to stay here or start to look down into those hands, down into that sphere, and start to lift the hands, lift your gaze, go slowly, right? Feel all of the wobbles. Wobbling is good. That's your balance, right? That's you righting yourself. That's you creating more strength, more stability, more balance. Take it where you can, eyes up or not. Use that breath. Spread the toes. Try not to death grip the floor. Two more breaths. Take your time. Float the arms down. Slowly come on out. Ooh, yeah. little paddle push, little hip rolls of that opposite leg, roll it in and out, maybe sweep it forward or to the side, whatever feels good. I'm just gonna paddle push, give it a little march. Yeah. And so we're gonna take a downward facing dog at the chair. So I'm gonna actually turn my chair around just because it's so close to the cubbies here. So I wanna access the back of my chair. So make sure that you're able to do the same. You're gonna hold on to the top, or some of you might even safely bend the knees, hinge from the hip, right? We can do it with the hands on the seat as well. And I prefer a little higher. I can get a deeper stretch in my project area, which is my shoulder area. So you choose hands on seat, hands on the upper back. Step about, I don't know, 2-3 feet away from the chair, feet about hip width apart. Maybe even level with the center of your shoulder. Pull that navel to the spine, arms are straight. Bend your knees a little bit. Now tilt. I want you to bend the knees and tilt your pelvis back and up. Yeah, and then start to straighten your legs and melt your heart towards the floor. Feeling that grab at the hamstrings and the calves. Keep a little bend in your knee if you need to. Pause when the back is flat. Right, retract those shoulders. Shoulder blades pulling towards your hips. Belly pulling towards your spine. But fingers energetically pushing away, just like we would on the floor. Ooh, so good. Big stretch up the back of the legs. Now again, I want you to put a little bend in your knees. Stay here, but put a little bend in your knees. And start to release the right hand. Release the right hand. Bend your left knee even deeper. Bring your right hand towards the earth and look under that left underarm. All right, so maybe you even hold on to your left leg. See if you can now straighten your left leg. Rotate the ribs a little more to the left. Hips stay level. So we're in Parivrtta Adho Mukha Svanasana, twisting downward facing dog. Eyes down. Bend your knees, bend your knees, bend your knees. Bring that right hand back to your chair. Bend the knees. Bring the right heel off of the ground, I believe. If I made a mistake, switch. I think that's correct. Left hand down towards that right ankle, towards the floor. Move the belly, move the ribs. See if you can look under your right underarm. And then if you want to straighten that leg, drop the shoulders away from the ears. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Hips are level. Such a good stretch. Bend those knees, slowly unwind, hands back to your chair. Lift the heart. Good. Bend the knees, bend the knees, bend the knees. Take 1-2 steps in, bend the knees a little bit more, feet are hip width apart. Sit back into that imaginary chair and squeeze the knees together. Look forward. See if you can release the hands from the chair. Maybe arms are in the sky, or maybe this feels really nice. Take the hands behind your back, pull your navel to your spine so you're not taxing the low back. Weight is in the heels. Utkatasana, right? Fierce pose, chair shape. So wherever you want your arms, behind you, biceps by your ears, or even in prayer pose. Yeah, and then we're gonna find one more little balance pose, and then we're gonna wind it down and come into relaxation. So if you're feeling wobbly today, I want you to put your left hand down. Push into your left foot. You're gonna lift your right knee, lift left leg goes straight. Left hand is on the ground, right arm is in the sky if you can. Right knee is 90 degrees, right ankle underneath your right knee. Ardha Ekapada, little stork pose. So if your balance is feeling fine today, maybe both hands lift away from the chair. Whew, yeah? So together, let's start here, let's start safe. Both hands come down. I want you to hinge from the hip. Start to hinge from the hip. Bend your right knee, stays 90 degrees. Bring your forearms onto your chair. Maybe you pause here. Maybe you extend your right leg out. turn your toes down, eyes down. You can keep your forearms on the chair, or maybe take one hand off or both hands off. Find your warrior three. You could play with your arms out to a T or biceps by your ears, warrior three. Pull your navel to your spine, hands on the chair if you're feeling nervous. Eventually, both legs will straighten, right toes down. Carefully unwind, pause. Woo. Hands at the heart center. Looking forward, samastitihi, right? Standing in balance, standing in equilibrium. Breathe. Good. Bend those knees. Weight is in the heels. Sit back. Sit that booty back for a chair that isn't there. Lift your heart. Maybe hold on to the chair. Hands at prayer. Hands might interlace this time behind you and open up your chest. Or biceps by your ears, right? You choose. Weight is in the heels. Wiggle those toes. Relax the shoulders down. Woo-hoo. One more big breath here. All right, check in with your balance. Push into your right foot. Lift your left knee 90 degrees. Ankle underneath your knee, arms up if you can. Or maybe right arm down onto the chair, left arm in the sky. Maybe just hover that right hand, take it off once or twice. Grow your balance. If your arms are overhead, please spin your pinkies in. Pull your navel in, eyes, heart forward. Nice. Start to hinge from your hip. And hands down if you're nervous about your balance. Hands down. You can always take them away. Bend that knee 90 degrees. Hinge, 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 hinge. Start to extend that left leg out, toes down. Roll that thigh down to the ground. Look down, navel to your spine. Maybe your forearms stay on the chair. Yeah, see where you can go. Maybe just bring your hands to the chair. Maybe one arm drops down, maybe both. Maybe arms into a T. Maybe hands behind you, interlace your fingers. There go my glasses. Or maybe your biceps by your ears, warrior three. Yeah. Enjoy the wobbles, that's good. All right, don't judge it, it's all good. Bring those hands back to the chair. Stand on up, pause, pause, pause. Hands to the heart center. Whew. Close the eyes. Few positive words to yourself, right, for your beautiful work, for your hard work, for showing up, for moving your body. And when you're ready, open up the eyes. And if you moved your chair in any way, feel free to bring it back. Your glasses flew off your face, put them back on. All right, come sit back. Again, when we sit back, we don't want to just slouch, right? Really engage the muscles of the core, chin in, head over heart, heart over belly. Now, maybe you might want to put your palms down. Feet, if they're not on the ground, get that towel or that blanket or your blocks back underneath your feet. Big letting go breath out. Ha. Ah. One more time, inhale through the nose. Big letting go breath out, sigh the breath out. Ah. And just notice all the sensations in your body. Where are you feeling heat? Where are you feeling movement? Where are you feeling stillness? Right, check in. Just acknowledge all that you did, right? We moved the spine in 4 directions. We engaged in a lot of opening, stretching, balance, lots of strength. So mentally and verbally applaud yourself for all of your wonderful work. And then come back to that sensation of joy, abundance, and gratitude, right, that you identified in the beginning of class. Or maybe it changed, right? Maybe it shifted. Maybe you feel something different. That's great. Maybe you kind of synthesize it down to a word. Joy, 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 or thank you, thank you, thank you. For me, I might shift my gratitude for being able to work and to connect again to what I love to do and to share what I was taught. Maybe I might synthesize that down to a word like connecting. Or engaging. Or prosperity, right? Work brings me prosperity, not just monetary, but for all the reasons I mentioned, right? Connecting, finding my passion. So I might repeat prosperous, prosperous, prosperous. What word will be your mantra for your day? Stay here for as long as you wish, repeating that mantra that is uniquely yours for the day. Or you can end the class with me now by bringing hands together into Anjali, offering. Right? Stay in meditation as long as you wish. Or bring hands together, lift heart to head, bow head to heart, sealing this practice of body and mind and body. As I bow to the one who is prosperous in me, right? Or as I bow in honor to the one who has found her mantra today, which bows and honors to the one who has found your mantra in each and every one of you in this space, we remain one. Namaste, everyone.